From furious homeowners in hot pursuit to contenders for the dumbest criminal award, these porch pirate moments are absolutely unforgettable. Brace yourself for a thrilling ride through some of the most jaw-dropping antics. Ready to see which of these caught-in-the-act blunders takes the spotlight? Let's dive in to find out which of these incidents stands out the most when porch pirates get caught in the act. The frying pan chase. There were several packages left on the porch, but this thief's greed drove him to take things a step further. Instead of making a quick getaway, he decided to push his luck and stepped inside the house, looking for additional valuables to steal. Unfortunately for him, he was met by a furious homeowner brandishing a frying pan. What happened next could have been straight out of a cartoon. The security camera captured the homeowner in a dramatic chase, swinging the frying pan as he pursued the intruder around the front yard. Each swing was delivered with determination, and the homeowner managed to land a good hit before the thief finally decided to cut his losses and flee. Just as the chaos was reaching its peak, 2 police officers arrived on the scene. Although their response was somewhat delayed, the homeowner's brave yet unconventional defense provided the intruder with an unforgettable story. The combination of the homeowner's impromptu pursuit and the timely arrival of the police made for a memorable and amusing episode. Delivery disguise. In a scene that feels like something from a thrilling heist, a porch pirate wearing plain boots casually approaches a front door with a food package. She pretends she's just delivering it. As she gets nearer, she notices an Amazon box on the porch. In a quick move, she switches the fake package with the real one, completely unaware that someone is watching her every move. The homeowner, sharp-eyed and quick on her feet, notices the theft just in time. Without a moment's hesitation, she dashes out of her house, barefoot and clad in loose pajamas. Determined not to let the thief escape with her belongings, she races across the snowy lawn and reaches the thief's car before she can even close the door. In a swift motion, she snatches back her package, gives the car a firm smack, and triumphantly heads back home. The thief, unable to steal anything of value, leaves behind a half-eaten burger and gives up on stealing a package that only contained an iPad case and a few items worth less than $50. Grand entrance. This woman in a white shirt walks casually through the neighborhood, but don't be misled. She was actually checking to make sure no one was watching before she approached the porch. With practiced skill, she took the homeowner's package and swiftly put it into her getaway car. The heist seemed to be going smoothly until out of nowhere, an SUV barrels in with a blaring horn. The homeowner, who saw the entire incident from down the street, rushed to confront the thief. In their frantic attempt to escape, the porch pirate dropped the package and sped away. However, the homeowner was able to take a clear photo of their license plate to give to the authorities. The entire drama unfolded in mere seconds. If the homeowner had been just 2 seconds later, these porch pirates might have made a clean escape. The Looney Tunes chase. Carrying an empty shopping bag, this crook isn't planning a mall outing. He was on a mission to pilfer porch packages. With a casual air, he approached the front door, eyeing the prize sitting there. After making sure no one was watching, he snatched up the package and strutted away, believing he had gotten away clean. But the tale takes an unexpected turn. Hunter G. Ford, a perceptive teenager from the neighborhood, spots the suspicious figure and realizes he doesn't belong. Determined to act, Hunter starts chasing the thief, with his friend quickly joining the chase in their car. For several intense minutes, the scene unfolds like a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Hunter and his friend close in on the fleeing crook, their car weaving through streets and alleys. The pursuit is relentless, but their efforts pay off when they finally corner the thief and hand him over to the police. What began as a simple theft ended with a dramatic and satisfying capture, all thanks to the quick thinking and bravery of a couple of determined locals. A push. Seeing the packages piled on the porch, this thief must have thought he had hit the jackpot. He quickly stuffs one into his backpack and reaches for another, oblivious to the fact that his every move is being captured by the homeowner's doorbell camera. As soon as the homeowner saw the theft unfolding, they swiftly sprang into action, alerting the police immediately. Not long after, officers on patrol spot the thief and a chase begins. The chase is intense, but just as the thief is about to find a way to escape, a vigilant public works employee spots the commotion. Acting quickly, the worker intervenes and tackles the fleeing crook to the ground. The thief was quickly handcuffed, thanks to the swift coordination between the homeowner's prompt call and the bystanders' perfect timing. The video captures just how crucial these rapid responses were in stopping the thief and recovering the stolen goods. Convenient cop. This thief isn't interested in the packages. Instead, he was focused on something much less noticeable, the newspaper lying on the porch. He moves swiftly to the front door, snatches up the paper, and escapes. Just as he turns to leave, the flashing blue and red lights of a police car appear at the corner of the street. It's as if the whole scene were part of a well-timed sting operation. The officer, conveniently parked nearby, has just caught him in the act. Realizing he's been spotted, the thief quickly drops the newspaper and tries to walk away with a casual, nonchalant air, hoping to blend back into the surroundings. For a fleeting moment, he might have thought he would manage to pull off his getaway when he walked past the cop car. But the officer wasn't fooled. He promptly called the thief back for a quick conversation, putting an end to any thoughts of sneaking away unnoticed. Not so slick up. Up next, we have a would-be thief who thinks he is a master at evading doorbell cameras. He tries to outsmart them with his so-called stealth moves, sticking to the walls and ducking awkwardly, as if the camera's range was only a few square inches. He must have imagined himself as some sort of Mission Impossible hero. But despite his elaborate efforts, he's in for a shock. The camera catches every move he makes, proving that his attempts to avoid detection were all in vain. In the end, this wannabe spy finds out the hard way that he didn't escape the camera's gaze for even a moment. Walk of shame. A group of young men loitered around a house, but they weren't just hanging out. They were on the lookout for newly delivered packages. When the moment arrived, they each grabbed a box and ran off. Unfortunately, just as the thieves attempted to get away with the package, a quick-thinking mom of one of the 5 high school friends who were engrossed in a video game session caught sight of the Porch Pirates in the act. Without hesitation, the boys sprang into action, racing outside to confront the culprits and caught them red-handed. The 5 heroic teens trailed closely behind the thieves as they were forced to return the stolen packages. The whole scene, including the crook's walk of shame with the 5 heroic teens right behind them, was captured by another house's doorbell camera. Super Nanny. After grabbing a package and rushing to the car, this woman is in for a surprise. The nanny bursts out of the house, shouting at her, "What are you trying to steal?" while the driver speeds off with the stolen goods, leaving the accomplice behind to face the music. But the drama didn't end there. The determined nanny tackles the woman, ensuring she can't escape, and even instructs a bystander to call the police. As the woman tries to make a break for it, the nanny drags her back to the front of the house. There was no escape. The only place left for her was the back of a police car. The cops arrived a few minutes later and, unsurprisingly, discovered that this crook had been arrested over 20 times before. Scary confrontation. Getting caught by homeowners while stealing packages is one thing, but what this thief is about to face will make him rethink his entire career in crime. As he made a dash for his getaway car with a stolen package in hand, the homeowner emerged, brandishing an AR-15. Realizing that outrunning bullets, especially in the snow, is not a good strategy, the thief wisely decides to stop in his tracks. Meanwhile, the getaway driver, showing no sense of loyalty, speeds off, leaving his accomplice behind to deal with the mess. What's notable here is that this wasn't just some amateur with a gun, but a well-trained individual who effectively made his point, protected his property, and never had to aim the weapon at anyone. The entire scene emphasizes the seriousness of the situation, showcasing a high-stakes sting operation captured on camera. Sting operation. A woman spotted a package on a porch and thought, why not just take it? What she didn't realize was that the package was part of a bait operation set up by the Edmonton police in Canada, designed to catch people like her who couldn't resist swiping other people's property. As she walked away with her ill-gotten prize, a truck suddenly pulled up right in front of her. Confused, she stands there momentarily, only to quickly realize she's been caught red-handed. She has no choice but to follow orders and get on the ground. With Porch Pirates still at large, we could use more sting operations like this one to catch thieves in the act. Wrong neighborhood. For many Porch Pirates, grabbing packages and strolling away might seem like a dream come true. But in Hector's neighborhood, that fantasy quickly turns into a nightmare. When Hector spots a thief making off with packages, he takes immediate action. He confronts the thief, demands that he put the packages back, and calls the police. The thief, clearly panicked, pleads with Hector not to involve law enforcement, while Hector, recording the whole encounter, stands firm. After the thief returns the packages, Hector instructs him to stay put. As the thief tries to make a getaway, Hector hands his phone to a neighbor and steps into the spotlight. Here's Hector, shirtless in the frigid cold and barefoot in the snow, exuding a commanding presence that leaves no room for disobedience. His firm voice and unwavering demeanor make it clear. In this neighborhood, he's a guardian angel. For thieves like this one, now sitting helplessly on the porch, Hector is the last person you want to cross. Cutest Porch Pirates. Porch Pirates come in all shapes and sizes, but a young kid driving a mini truck across your lawn might not immediately seem like a threat. However, this little one is about to prove otherwise. With surprising agility and determination, he circles the driveway, pulls up right in front of the porch, and takes a good look at the package. After a few attempts, he manages to wrestle the heavy package into the back of his mini truck, carefully securing it. Satisfied with his work, he drives off, thinking he's gotten away with it. But there's a twist. It turns out that a firm scolding from his mom had made a big difference. Realizing the gravity of his actions, the young thief returns to the scene and places the package back where he found it. This turn of events not only shows the kid's ability to reflect on his actions, but also highlights the important role of parental guidance. Mom's lesson has made an impression, and now this heartwarming clip is one the family will treasure forever. Across the street. In an epic fail of stealth, this porch pirate completely underestimates the wide-angle view of the doorbell camera. Nonchalantly, he strolls up to the porch, snatches the package, and begins to head back in the direction he came from. What he failed to realize is that his own home is just across the street. Thanks to the camera's extensive coverage, his every move was captured in clear detail. A few moments later, the footage shows him reappearing in the frame, now safely back across the street and heading towards his house with the stolen package in tow. Given how clearly he's been recorded, tracking him down and retrieving the package should be a breeze. The UPS employee. As this porch pirate tries to make off with a package, a sudden knock from inside caught him off guard. He stammers and gives a hasty explanation for why he's handling the package.
I'm with UPS.
But it is clearly unconvincing. He asserted that he worked for UPS and maintained he was merely inspecting all the houses to make sure everything was in order. Despite his attempts to sound legitimate, his nervous body language and repeated swearing only make him look more suspicious. The combination of his tense demeanor and frantic claims doesn't do him any favors. It seemed that, in this case, his desperate assurances could not replace a real company vest or ID card. Claiming to be employed had become the new standard for credibility. Turn the tables. This porch pirate's getaway attempt is so comical that it deserves its highlight. As he makes a frantic sprint back to his getaway car, the homeowner spots him and rushes to catch up. In a panicked move to evade capture, the thief quickly drops the stolen package, hoping it will distract the homeowner and buy him some time. But the homeowner, determined and undeterred, continues to close the gap. Desperation drives the homeowner to make a daring and clumsy dive through the passenger window of his car. As he was halfway inside, he grabbed a purse left on the seat. They paused to pick up the package, but the porch pirate ended up losing his purse. The whole scene unfolded like a slapstick comedy, with the bungling thief's attempt to flee resulting in a chaotic mix-up that left him empty-handed, with only a stolen purse as his prize. Good Samaritan. Just as a porch pirate is about to make his getaway, a vigilant neighbor steps in and turns the situation around. As this lady turns the corner, she spots a porch pirate walking back to his bike with a package in hand. Sensing something suspicious, she immediately pulls over and confronts him, demanding that he return the package or she'll call the police. The thief tries to deflect, claiming that the homeowner gave it to him, but his story quickly falls apart. She insists firmly that he return the package and warns him that she's about to call the authorities. Realizing she was serious and determined, the thief reluctantly put the package back. This incident was a perfect example of how communities should stand up for each other and stay vigilant against crime. Delivery driver. In this clip, we don't see the porch pirate in action, but an unexpected incident occurred when the Amazon delivery guy took center stage. After delivering a package, he saw the thieves and sprang into action, refusing to let them get away with it. He chases one of the culprits, who abandons his skateboard and flees into a nearby backyard, only to get cornered. The Amazon driver catches up and confronts him, demanding to know where the female thief he was with went, and insisting on getting the package back. The thief claimed that the girl had taken the package, but the driver wasn't convinced. He insisted that the thief explain the situation to the homeowner, stressing that missing packages were a serious issue for him. When the homeowner arrived and threatened to call the police, the thief cracked under the pressure and revealed the address of his accomplice. The delivery guy proved to be not only dedicated, but also courageous, and certainly deserving of a raise. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. On a sunny afternoon in a quiet neighborhood, Lisa was walking on the streets in search of easy targets. With a keen eye for packages left on doorsteps, she had a knack for spotting opportunities. That day, she noticed a new delivery sitting invitingly on Mr. Thompson's main entrance door. The box was neatly wrapped and looked promising. With a practiced stealth, she approached Mr. Thompson's main entrance. Her heart raced with excitement as she checked her surroundings for any signs of life. Seeing nothing out of the ordinary, she decided it was safe. Slowly, she reached for the package, but little did she know she was about to become a prime example of when porch pirates get caught in the act. Her fingers were grazing the cardboard as she prepared to make a swift exit. Lisa was confident that she had scored another easy win. What Lisa didn't realize was that Mr. Thompson, the homeowner, had been dealing with a series of porch thefts in his neighborhood. Tired of feeling like a victim, he had recently invested in some unique gadgets for home security, including a fire starter, a device normally used to create a dramatic flame for his fire pit. It was designed to scare off unwanted visitors, and Mr. Thompson had set it up with the hopes of deterring any potential thieves. Lisa carefully peeled away the wrapping paper of the package, her movements steady and deliberate. Little did she know, Mr. Thompson was observing her from behind the curtains of his living room window. He waited with bated breath, timing his actions with the precision of a seasoned strategist. As Lisa's fingers brushed the final folds of paper, Mr. Thompson seized the moment. He activated the fire starter device, which flared to life with a sudden, brilliant burst of flame. The ensuing crackling sound was jarring, slicing through the calm of the afternoon like a sharp blade. The sheer intensity of the spectacle was both startling and formidable, designed to elicit exactly the reaction it did. Lisa's response was immediate and visceral. Her body jerked back as if propelled by pure instinct, her eyes widening in a mixture of shock and alarm. The package slipped from her trembling hands, hitting the porch with a soft thud before she turned and sprinted down the street, her breath coming in ragged gasps, heart racing with a primal fear. Mr. Thompson, now emerging from his front door, collected the discarded package with a satisfied grin. The unconventional security measure had been a success, and he reveled in the triumph of his unexpected strategy. It was a small victory, but it felt significant in the quiet world of his suburban neighborhood. Have you ever encountered an unforeseen twist that took you by surprise, or implemented a clever solution to a challenge you faced? Feel free to share your stories and insights in the comments below. Heavy package. Frustrated by the relentless porch pirates targeting his home, this homeowner decides to take matters into his own hands by setting a clever trap. He placed a bait package on his porch, hoping to lure the thieves in. When a woman finally seizes the opportunity and grabs the package, she's tricked by its seeming heavyweight, believing it must contain something of real value. However, as she attempts to flee, the homeowner quickly reacts and gives chase, pursuing her in an effort to apprehend her. In a surprising twist, the package's contents are revealed to be nothing but a brick. This sneaky setup is designed to slow down the thieves and make their escape more difficult, especially if they're pursued. However, it turns out the homeowner isn't exactly the fastest runner, or perhaps he intended to use the chase more as a scare tactic than a serious attempt to catch her. Either way, the whole scenario serves as a clever reminder that not all packages contain what they seem. The bounty hunter. When an SUV suddenly pulled up in front of this guy's house, he immediately felt a sense of unease. With a practiced eye, he noticed the suspicious activity and decided to confront the potential thief head-on. Armed with a gun, he approached the porch pirate, ready to take action. The real twist became clear when he confronted the thief. This homeowner was far from ordinary. With a distinguished 17-year career as a bounty hunter, he had spent nearly 2 decades tracking down and apprehending fugitives, honing his skills in dealing with criminals. Incredibly, this thief had chosen the absolute worst house to target, stealing from someone who specializes in putting lawbreakers behind bars. That's a classic case of picking the wrong house for a heist. Schooled. This crook thinks he has pulled off a smooth heist as he sneaked up to the porch, covers the package with a plastic bag, and casually walks away. Not his first time at this game, he seems to vanish without a trace. Just when it seemed like he had escaped, there's a twist. The thief reappeared, this time being escorted by a man who had him by the neck and was leading him back to the scene of the crime. The man ensured the thief returned the stolen package and delivered a few firm blows to emphasize the lesson. Not only does the big guy recover the package, but he also takes the opportunity to teach the thief why stealing is never a good idea. Sirens. Riding up the driveway on his BMX bike, this thief was confident he could snatch the package without a hitch. He approached the porch with the ease of someone who had done this many times before, ready to grab the package and quickly stash it on his bike. But just as he was about to make his move, the house's alarm system blared to life with an ear-splitting siren. The sudden noise startled him, causing him to fumble and panic. In a frantic rush, he abandoned the package and sped away, desperately trying to escape the commotion. While he might have managed to evade capture this time, the loud sirens made it clear that this house was now off-limits. The piercing alarm ensured that he wouldn't be returning to this address anytime soon. The experience was a reminder that some houses are better left alone, especially when they come with such effective security measures. Flashbang. Frustrated by the relentless wave of porch pirates targeting his neighborhood, this savvy homeowner decided to take matters into his own hands. Determined to put an end to the thefts, he left a package on his porch with an unexpected twist for any would-be crooks. As one particularly bold thief approached the package, he believed he was in for an easy score. He grabbed it and started to make a hasty escape, confident that he had outsmarted the homeowner. But just as he began to pedal away on his bike, the package erupted with a sudden, thunderous explosion. The loud bang and burst of light caught him completely off guard. Startled and panicked, he limped back to the scene and even stopped to check if he had soiled himself in fear. Unbeknownst to him, the homeowner was not just any ordinary resident. He was a Marine Corps veteran with a knack for strategic thinking. The package had been cleverly rigged with a flashbang, a non-lethal but startling device designed to disorient and scare. This dramatic setup served two purposes. It provided a powerful deterrent against future thefts and delivered a vivid lesson to the thief about the serious consequences of stealing. The unexpected explosion and the veteran's quick thinking were a clear reminder that some homeowners are better prepared than they might appear. Trying to mess with them can lead to very unpleasant surprises. Chili thief. Porch pirates often have their sights set on Amazon packages, but some have a taste for more unusual targets. In this next case, an elderly woman was caught red-handed as she plucked chilies right off the porch. When confronted by the homeowner, she didn't exactly make a speedy getaway. Instead, she tried to calmly walk away with her spicy loot. The homeowner managed to retrieve the stolen chilies, but this persistent thief wasn't easily deterred. A few days later, she returned and successfully made off with the chilies, and she didn't stop there. Fond of the spicy treats, she came back for a third time, this time exploring the front yard a bit more before being told to leave by the doorbell speaker. But her persistence paid off. On her fourth visit, she approached with a different tactic. She asked politely if she could take some chilies. Surprised by her change in demeanor, the homeowner agreed, asking how many she wanted. She replied that she didn't know, just not too many, and ended up leaving with a modest amount of chilies. It seemed that sometimes a little politeness could go a long way, even for a porch pirate with a taste for homegrown produce. Too slow. Imagine a scene where the thrill of a high-speed chase is replaced by the curious spectacle of a slow stroll. Thankfully, we don't have to leave it to the imagination. Here's a real-life example that shows exactly how it would play out. After snatching up some packages, this thief casually walks away, completely unfazed. Meanwhile, the homeowner follows behind, calling out and asking the thief to put the stolen items down. The homeowner's voice echoes with repeated pleas. "Put it down right now!" Eventually, the thief decides to comply and drops the packages on the ground. However, instead of running away, the thief continues walking at a leisurely pace and eventually climbs into a waiting car. It might not have been the fastest chase, but the determined homeowner's persistence paid off. Facebook search. A guy pulls up in his red car, leaving the door wide open, and casually strolls up to the porch to check out a FedEx package. He approaches the package with a nonchalant demeanor and begins to inspect it. Rather than swiftly snatching the package and making a run for it, he took his time, meticulously rifling through its contents. As he does so, he makes no effort to hide from the doorbell camera, giving it a clear view of his face. After a few moments of searching, he discovers a box of earrings. Satisfied with his find, he takes the box and leisurely walks back to his car. His actions, however, do not go unnoticed. The homeowner's security footage captures the entire scene, and the video quickly gains traction online. Posted on social media, it goes viral, drawing thousands of shares and comments. The community bands together, using the video to help identify the thief. Thanks to the collective effort, the man is eventually tracked down and arrested. Not your mail? This woman casually strolls up to the porch, her eyes catching the sight of some mail sticking out of the mailbox. With a sense of entitlement, she approached the box and didn't just glance at it. Instead, she pulled out the mail and started opening it right there, as if it belonged to her. Unbeknownst to her, the homeowner had been watching the whole scene unfold through a doorbell camera, keeping a close eye on her every move. Seeing the intrusion unfold, the homeowner decides it's time to take action. When confronted about her actions, the woman insists she has done nothing wrong. However, her denial is met with skepticism, as the homeowner quickly checks to confirm that nothing is missing or disturbed. Once it's clear everything is intact, the homeowner gives her a firm shove to ensure she leaves the property. Bold theft. This porch pirate dared to return to the same house where she had stolen packages just 2 days earlier. When the homeowner stepped outside, the thief pretended to be there just to check on the delivery, acting as if she was doing nothing wrong. She said hello and mentioned that she was there for her packages from a few days ago, trying to play it cool. She then added that she could drop off packages as well, clearly avoiding the issue. The homeowner mentioned she had the thief on camera, but the woman acted indifferently. When confronted, she claimed the packages had simply been delivered to the wrong address. The homeowner asked if the thief wanted him to call the police. The thief replied that she was happy to call them herself, continuing to insist on her innocence. As the homeowner demanded the packages back and questioned why she was taking them, the thief defensively claimed she was just doing her job. When the homeowner called her a thief and gave her a knowing smile, the thief was visibly offended. Couple save. This porch pirate was confidently striding away with stolen packages, looking quite pleased with himself. But the homeowner, quick on his feet, stepped outside just in time to catch him in the act. He called out to the thief, telling him that the packages he was taking didn't belong to him and trying to stop him. However, despite the homeowner's efforts to intervene, the thief continued walking, apparently unaffected by the confrontation. Not one to let the thief get away easily, the homeowner's husband jumped into action, sprinting after the thief to recover their stolen goods. The chase brought an added sense of urgency to the situation, showcasing their resolve to get back what was rightfully theirs. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.